Hello guys, in today's video I would like to do a summer makeup. I will use products that in my opinion is suitable for summer, when you're on holidays or you are tanned in general. I hope you will like this video and let's start. First thing that I will start from is sunscreen. Of course, during the summer we have to use sunscreen every day. On holidays, after holidays, sunscreen is obligatory. Sometimes if you have a good skin, maybe you just use sunscreen, do a bit of eyeshadow on your eyelids, brows, and that's it. It all really depends on your skin. For me, for example, sometimes sunscreen plays a role as a primer, because this sunscreen from Beauty of Joseon, they are so beautiful. They never, roll off. They never make my skin looks bad or too greasy. It even gives a bit of a, shine, I would say, that looks like a primer. And that's why I think it also can be used as a primer or as a foundation in some way. Because if you, like I said, if you have a good skin, it just gives you a bit of a glow. And that's it. And as a result, you can look quite natural. And for summer, I don't think we should use lots of foundations, etc. You see now, after using this sunscreen, my skin already looks a bit glow. So if you feel confident and you have a good skin, even tone, this is enough. You don't need to put foundation. But of course, if you want, if you have a bit of acne or I don't know, uneven tone, then of course, you should put foundation also. But for some, I wouldn't use a big coverage or heavy foundations. I would use either tint or fluid or, I don't know, maybe BB or CC cream also. Because I think when it's summer, it's too hot and you put a big coverage, it kind of enters your pores and in the end, it will make a mess. You will have even more acne with the grease together. A mess. So today I'm gonna use a CC cream from Erborian. I first bought it, so I don't know how it will look. Let's see. Typically, I used already BB cream from Erborian, and I used Claire, so it's quite light, the lightest one. And for me, it still was quite a dark one. But when I used it in summer, because I was a bit tan, so it looked very nice. In winter, no, it doesn't suit me, but in summer, not bad. So we should remember that foundation should be maybe a bit darker than our normal one in summer. Let's see. It has a green color, very nice, and it has to adapt to your skin. Let's see. I will use my hands and let's see. It surely adapts to my skin. This I can't lie. You can also use Sisley tint, also quite popular but very expensive. So I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it too much. You see how it adapts to your skin. It's a bit darker than my skin for sure, but it's very nice. For summer now I'm still not tanned, so it's okay. When it will be middle of summer, it will suit me very well. Oh, to be honest, I really like the texture. It's strange that I never look at this CC cream, because I really like it. It feels so soft, but not too heavy at all. And it makes my tone look even, so very beautiful. To be honest, I think it will be my summer favorite. Also it's not bad to use, Chanel tint that I already showed in other videos. But this one is not bad, to be honest. I'm surprised. But in any case, all Erborian products, I think they are good. You just need to find the one that you love. Like I said, the BB cream, it was too dark for me, even if it was the lightest one. But this one, I think really looks nice. What you think? But I really like the texture is amazing. It doesn't feel on your face. Amazing. I like it. Then after foundation, I will use fixator. Especially in summer, because everything is roll off quite fast from your face. On top you have grease, or if you have combined skin, fixator will save you. And better to put it after your foundation and at the end of the makeup. Oh, it makes my skin fresh straight away. Then I'm gonna use a concealer. In reality, like I said, now my skin is not tanned yet because it's the beginning of summer. You can miss this point or you can use concealer. It's up to you. I will use, but most of the time I miss this point. Also put it on the hand. And I'm gonna use the brush because it will give the minimum of the product on your skin, and we don't need too much also. So that's why I use brush. Yes, I think I put a bit too much. This time I'm gonna put first here, because I'm a bit putting too much, I feel like. And in any case, like I said, I will probably use the darker one. Now it's still for me okay, but in summer I will use the darker one. In reality, most of the summer I don't use concealer, but I just decided to put it for you. But in reality, I think if you can miss this point, if you don't have a quite hardcore bruises under your eyes, you know, or whatever, I try to miss it, because concealer is also a bit heavy. You also should probably go for lighter version. I wouldn't say that Clarins is quite light version, but I still like this concealer. It's quite hydrating concealer and it lasts quite long. Now I'm gonna use the correction of the face, and I'm gonna go only for dry textures, because in summer I think if you use cream textures it will be too much. With all the heat, with all the grease, it will look like a mess, in my opinion. So I will only go for dry texture. Of course, if you go just to a restaurant or for a coffee, like something small, 1-2 hours, let's say, you can go for cream texture. But if it's for the whole day, like from the morning until the evening, I think it's better to use dry textures than cream textures, because otherwise it will make a mess on your face. First, I will use this bronzer from Kiko. I'm not gonna use in summer sculptor, because I think for girls like me with pale skin, summer is the time when you really can use bronzer, because it wouldn't look super weird, you know? So I'm gonna use this bronzer. For me, it looks very nice, you know, especially if you're tanned, very beautiful. Now I'm not so tanned, but still look nice. I'm gonna take a big brush. I put it on brush, then I push it on my hand, again to not put too much. It's very tinted bronzer in reality, and I start with my forehead. You see, it's very tinted. Even after putting it on my hand, it's still very tinted. Here also, here I will put very slightly movements. I don't want to overdo, but I feel like I a bit overdo, but we will cover it with a bit with a powder or with a foundation, for example. If I did too much, like this, and I will do my necks. It's very important to do neck here, to, you know, to have more or less the same color. And for example, if I have an open breast, then I will put it on my breast also a bit. As I said, if I'm tanned, it will look much, of course, better, because now I'm completely pale, not tanned yet. But seems very nice, this bronzer. For me, bronzer makes your skin looks a bit fresher than sculptor. So when you can, in summer, I would prefer to use bronzer with my skin. And on top, for me, bronzer will make you look much better after holidays, much fresher, will remind people that you want holidays. And in general, during summer also. So I recommend to use bronzer in summer. Well, next one is my eyebrows. Here, really nothing exceptional. I will just use Anastasia Beverly Hills. I already told about this. To be honest, I like Anastasia Beverly Hills because it doesn't finish so fast, like my last one. So I did my eyebrows, and I think obligatory we need to use gel to fix your eyebrows, and especially in summer, because when everything is just falling, when it's super hot, I think we should use eyebrows to fix our eyebrows. Of course, there is a few eyebrows gel you can use. I love mine, Luxvisage. Very beautiful product in reality. I don't like when eyebrows too much, you know, like stuck, like they are dried completely. I want to have more like natural thing. But each to their own. Some people like it, some people don't like it. So I think for eyes in summer you shouldn't put too much eyeshadows also. I think we should do something very light, very summery. And I'm gonna use these two liquid eyeshadow. It's Luxvisage, it's long-lasting eyeshadows. One from them is matte finish, the other is like glittery finish, I don't know. So, and let's start. One of them is 106 Dusty Mauve, very nice color. Color is suitable almost for every day. So what I will do, I will put it here. It looks like this, you see. I will take a brush, I will take it and I will start putting it here. This matte finish will help me to create volume for my eye and shape for my eye. I put it here. I try to blend it very well. I like this shade because it won't make a lot of attention to the shade, it's closer to your skin, but it will highlight your eye a bit, it will make it a bit bigger, etc. And I would also put it here a bit, also to make a shape of our eye, like this. In reality, these eyeshadows from Luxvisage are very cheap and very beautiful. It's Belarusian brand. I really recommend. They have a lots of varieties of products like this and they amazing. For me, this eyeshadow will just create a bit of a haze. It won't make your eye look heavy. Really amazing. And let's do for the second one. I also put it on my hand, take a brush and we'll work with it. So, and after we're gonna put this eyeshadow, it's eyeshadow that 04, but it has a glitter. This one looks very nice for summer makeup, you know. It looks like this, you see? You see it. It looks very nice for summer makeup and for me, it's very beautiful. Look, very nice. Looks very nice for me. What do you think? Like very summery, fresh in your eyes. Amazing. And the same for the second one. You see, for me it looks very nice, very summery, like you came back just from the holidays, like very beautiful. I think, and it's quite light makeup, so it's not too heavy, but I still find it very beautiful. This is the best combo and I would recommend it so much for makeup. This one for every day is amazing, and this one is just a bit of a glitter that you add when you feel like you want to have it. So for me it's very beautiful everyday makeup in reality. Next I'm gonna use mascara. It's from Shiseido. I already talked about this mascara. It's Control Chaos mascara. This mascara surprised me very much. However, applicator looks not the best, but I like how it like brushes my lashes. The feeling is amazing in reality. So it looks like this with mascara. I really like this mascara. Sometimes I can put a small mark, but in general I still love it. Shiseido has a beautiful mascara. And next one is blushes. I'm gonna use blushes from Clarins. I think for summer it's a time when we can use girls with pale skin more warmer colors for our blushes, because in winter, in autumn we can't use such colors, but in summer it's our time. So I will use this color from Clarins. It's 02 Cherry Pink. Jolie blush it's called. So I think for summer, for girls with pale skin, it's good to use like peachy colors, coral colors, salmon even, maybe even orange, but I will go for this. It's more for me peachy, you know, and for me I think it will make my skin looks much fresher if I use them. Plus if I have a tan it's even better, so let's see. First again I will put it on the brush, put it on my hand here, to a bit of a, not to have too much product, and put it on my cheeks. If we did a bit of a bird, I will put it even here a bit. We can use a bit of a powder or foundation, and I will put it also here under my area to have a bit of a such pinkiness. I think this blushes looks very nice, very fresh. It makes my face looks fresh straight away. As I have a combined skin, I will need to use powder to fix everything a bit, because like with combined skin, everyone knows what's happening. So I'm gonna use Kiko powder like this. Very nice. I really love it. Again, when I will be tanned, I will use a bit darker color, but now no. I will put it on my forehead, on my nose, on my here. I will put it a bit here under my eye area to a bit fix concealer, and that's it in here also a bit. Also, for example, like I said, if you have an even tone, maybe you will use just concealer or just powder. It's also not bad sometimes. Some people who has a good really skin that they just need to use a bit of powder to get rid of grease, and that's it in reality. But for me, I'm still using tints or fluids or BB or CC cream in summer because my tone is not super even, and with powder it depends. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. The same with concealer. Most of the time I don't use them, but sometimes I use them. For me, Kiko Milano is really good brand because the price of this powder is not expensive at all. It's like, I don't remember, but it's not expensive at all. But the packaging looks quite luxurious, so it's quite a good combination. And on top, it doesn't make my skin dry. It's very nice. Next, I'm gonna do my lips. I'm gonna use Estee Lauder Double Wear 24 hours stay in place lip liner. For me, you shouldn't take lip liner too cold or too warm, something in the middle. And for me, this lip liner is something like this. So you see this lip liner, not too warm, not too cold, really in the middle. And I think for summer I would use something like the Balm or something really glittery, something really shiny, something like, for example, Clarins Lip Perfector in 24 shade. For me, I feel like it would look good. I will put it a bit on my hands and work with. So my lips are ready. I think it's not a bad combination for summer. Plus, this Lip Perfector from Clarins, it hydrates your lips. So because in summer, because it's too hot, your lips are always dehydrated. So I really like this, and it has a nice, for me, color that kind of bright for summer. It makes your skin looks fresher. Also, in general look, it also looks much fresher. So I really like it. There is lots of balms or I don't know, lip gloss you can use, like millions options in reality, but I decided today to try this with Clarins. So, and the last step is our favorite fixator. Some people, by the way, sometimes when I watch videos or TikToks reviews, they say that you need to put something on your clothes because fixator makes a bit of marks on your clothes, but with this one, it never makes any marks on your skin or on your clothes, so be aware and buy it. It's very nice. So it's the end of the videos, guys. I hope you liked my makeup. If you like my video, put a like. Write me in the comment what is your favorite summer products. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye!